Hello and welcome to our podcast. Today's topic is full of suspense and mystery. It's a classic case of what marriage between politics, money, and business leads to. Every street has a secret, and sometimes it can reveal murder and corruption. Talaat Mostafa Street is located in Rahab. It's one of the main streets in Rahab city, not because of its name but also because it is one of the oldest streets in Rahab.
It is a main street that connects all streets. For someone to be able to reach any destination in Rahab, it is very likely that they will have to pass through Talaat Mostafa Street. Talaat Mostafa Street was named after the father of CEO of Rahab and the Talaat Mostafa Group, Hisham Talaat Mostafa. When the late Talaat Mostafa died, he passed on his legacy to all four of his children. However, the head is his eldest son, Hisham Talaat Mostafa.
But one thing people don't really know is that the son of the owner of the housing estate, Hisham Talaat Mostafa, was imprisoned on September 2, 2008 and charged and convicted on May 21, 2009 for his role in the murder of Suzanne Tamim, a Lebanese singer who was his mistress for 3 years.
It took only a few minutes for the court to reach its verdict: death by hanging for Egyptian tycoon Hisham Talaat Mostafa. Mostafa was found guilty of paying retired policeman Mohsen al-Zukari $2 million to kill his lover of 3 years, Lebanese pop diva Suzanne Tamim, after she married another man. Al-Zukari was also sentenced to death. The verdict has shocked many.
We don't accept this verdict. We think that this sentence is very cruel, extremely cruel. The judge's own belief led to this ruling, but we reject it.
30-year-old Tamim was stabbed to death in her apartment in Dubai in July.
Mustafa is a close friend of Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak's son Gamal and part of a powerful group long known as the Untouchables because they were rarely seen to face justice. Friends say Tamim was trying to escape in any way to break off her relationship with Hisham. She even had to leave Cairo to escape. However, Hisham's death penalty by hanging was reversed due to a legal technicality. He was convicted to 15 years in jail after a retrial in 2010.
حكمت المحكمة حضوريا للمتهمين. أولا معاقبة محسن منير علي حمد السكري بالسجن المؤبد عما أسنى إليه بالبند أولا من أمر الإحالة، والسجن المشدد لمدة 3 سنوات عما أسند إليه بالبندين ثانيا وثالثا من أمر الإحالة. ثانيا ومعاقبة هشام طلعت مصطفى إبراهيم بالسجن المشدد لمدة 15 عاما عما أسند إليه.
The court also upheld the life sentence for Mohsen al-Sukkari. The security guard allegedly paid $2 million to kill Tamim. The murder case gripped the Arab public at the time, as Mostafa was seen as typical of an elite that used wealth and political connections to escape the law.
Egyptians say the case may never be solved.
Nobody knows the truth. Maybe Talaat Mostafa is being framed. Why would he kill a singer, risk prison? He's a businessman and owns billions.
The Egyptian judiciary won't see this through. He's a businessman, and in our country that means power.
Mostafa was released on June 23, 2017, after securing a presidential pardon after spending 9 years in jail. Mostafa came back to Talaat Mostafa Group as chief executive and managing director after his release from prison.
Although the sentences could have been appealed by the defendants, the prosecutor, or Tamim's family, but it was widely reported in the Arab media that Mostafa had agreed to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in compensation to her family. Talaat Mostafa Street is one of the most important streets in Rahab city. It is a true representation of the corruption that was going on in Egypt. It will always be a remembrance that Mostafa's influence kept him from the gallows. Every street has its own different story. And thank you for listening to ours. This podcast was produced by Nuran Abdullah and Layla Ayman.